Hey guys, it's Jasma, and today we're going to make a homemade Japanese rice seasoning mix. Now, I've always loved eating the Japanese rice balls, but the packages sold in stores may not be what matches your flavors. So this way you can customize it however you like and add whatever ingredients you want into the rice seasoning mix. This is a great lunchbox idea or just a quick meal to prepare, since you can make the seasoning and just store it in an airtight container and prepare the meal and just mix it with rice whenever you want to. So let's get started. First, we're going to toast some sesame seeds. I have black sesames and white sesames, but again, like I've said before, you can customize and add whatever you want. Pour the sesame seeds into a frying pan and cook on medium heat until it is nice and toasty, and the sesame seeds should kind of have a brownish color. Once the sesame seeds smell nice and toasted and become slightly brown in color, take it off the heat and transfer to another bowl. In the seasoning mix, I'm also going to be using some dried shrimp and dried anchovies. Now, of course, these are both optional. If you don't like either one, you can leave it out, but it does add a good amount of flavor. We're also going to have to cook this over the heat to make sure that they are cooked and nice and crispy. Add the dried shrimp and dried anchovies into the frying pan and cook on medium-low heat as well. Cook this on medium-low heat for around 3 minutes until they are nice and toasty. Then transfer it onto a chopping board and chop until it is nice and small so there aren't huge clumps inside of the rice. I'm also adding 2 sheets of sushi nori into this recipe. It's easier to crumble, toast it over an open flame until it is nice and crispy. Be sure not to burn it. Once the sushi nori is nice and crispy, crunch it up. You can also choose to cut it. We're going to add in our last main ingredient, which is dried bonito shavings. This is a type of fish flakes and it adds a ton of flavor to our seasoning. So I'm also just going to crumble this up. I'm also going to add in some salt and sugar for flavoring. Now, the shrimp and the bonito fish flakes and the anchovies already have quite a bit of salt to it, so you can adjust this depending on how salty you want your seasoning to be. Then just toss it all together. Then just store it in an airtight container. To use the rice seasoning, just cook some regular rice. I have about 350 grams here, and you can add however much rice seasoning you want to add. It just depends on how much flavor you want in your rice. Give it a nice shake before you use it. I'm going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the seasoning today. Mix it through thoroughly. Now, to serve this rice, you can just serve it as is, but I like to form it into ball shapes. So you can also use plastic wrap to make this process a little bit easier, but I feel like hands do just fine. So measure out the amount that you want and squish it between your palms so that it's nice and tight. If the rice seems too sticky, just rub a little bit of drinking water onto your palms. Another type of rice balls you can make are triangular shaped, and of course you can do that by hand, but it makes it a lot easier if you have these triangular rice molds. You just put the rice inside of here and then you press it on with the lid, and it forms a triangular rice ball. And to change things up a little bit, I'm also going to add some boiled corn and peas, and this is just an example of more flavors and a lot more things you can do with the basic flavor. That's how you make this Japanese rice seasoning mix. Perfect for any meal or lunchbox idea since you can prepare ahead of time. Keep the seasoning inside of an airtight container and allow it to store in the fridge for up to 2 months. Super customizable, and you can add whatever type of ingredients you want into the rice before you eat it. So I really hope you can try this out. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye!